Welcome back to the PSN Commands Network. It's your boy Tone K Tech. Now I'm back with another video. If I can talk about golf, our guys are now guys who doors and pay away for all you want people. NGs on every man. Today's video, we are here to rap about the Washington Commanders. In today's video, we're going to talk about some things that the Commanders need to do this offseason. I'm going to give you guys my full mock offseason 1.0. I'm going to do these once per month. But this is FTF Fixes Franchise episode 1 part finale. This is the part 6. It's my final part of this episode. And we're going to talk about my mock offseason. So I'm going to give you guys 5 free agents I will sign. 2 or 3 players I will retain that are current free agents for the team. And then I will go ahead and do a mock draft for you as well. So this should be interesting. So it should be very interesting to see what we see how we do this year when it comes to free agency and everything else. So let's start with everyone's gonna give an exodus, right? Everyone's gonna get fired for the most part. I do think guys they will retain are Ryan Kerrigan, Randy Jordan, and Jennifer King. Those are the 3 coaches they're gonna retain. So both running backs coaches and the assistant defensive line coach in Ryan Kerrigan. Everyone else will go. I think those are only guys that are going to probably stay. I don't think they're going to get a brand new staff. It's kind of hard to get a complete new staff in 1 year. That's kind of hard. So I think some guys usually get retained from the old staffs. Not a lot, though. I expect like a 90-95% turnover when it comes to the coaching staff. And those are the only 3 guys I think that have earned a spot to probably stay here. At least for another season. Now, I mean, next year, if they don't like what they're doing next year, they probably get fired, and then, the rest is history. So, let's start with that. Number 2. The whole front office is gone. If your name's not Jason Wright, that doesn't work with football operations, you're gone. So, Marty Herney, Marty Mayhew, Ronald Eugene Rivera, all of them are out of here. They're all going to go much faster and slow. They're going to pack their bags. They're going to get a one-way ticket to head out of D.C. and somewhere else. I don't know where. Don't ask me where. Won't answer that question. If they're going somewhere that's not the DMV area, they're out of here. So we start with the front office. I think they're going to go with a GM and an assistant GM. It might get a guy VP football operations, but I think their GM will be Alec Halaby, the current assistant GM for the Philadelphia Eagles. That's my prediction. That's my number 1 prediction right now. They're seeing with Philadelphia. Philadelphia's in their own division. They know what they're doing. They trade for A.J. Brown. How he's doing these things, but Alec Halaby is learning something from Howie Roseman. Like, come on, let's call it what it is. He's not no fool. And I think he's contributed to this team as well. He's not just sitting and letting Howie do the heck with how he want to do. He is the assistant GM, so he's helping. He's assisting Howie doing these things. Helping draft Jalen Carter. Helping them with picking up Jordan Davis the draft before. Getting a guy like Kelly Ringo to develop from when Slade's getting too old and they need to put in a few some young talent at corner. He's doing these things. He's helping him do these things. Trading for DeAndre Swift. He's helping him do these things. It's not just Howie just running it up and going crazy. Halaby's helping this man. So that's my GM. And my assistant GM, I think we got to pay him GM money, but Kyle Smith, current assistant GM for the Atlanta Falcons. Now, the Falcons right now are 6-7, but they have built a decent roster. Getting a guy like Drake London, drafting a guy like Bijan Robinson. And he reached for a running back, but Bijan's been pretty good for them. He didn't help get Kyle Pitts, but he's helped guys. He's helped these last couple of drafts, picking up Jesse Bates in free agency, helping his team grow. So I think getting him to take a lot of remove, but a pay raise will help. So those are my guys. So Alec Halaby and also Kyle Smith. I think he'll hire him because he's been here before. He knows the Washington environment. So I think that gives him an easier transition. to Washington if you're Hallaby. So I think that'd be a good union. Now, a good union of minds, because I think they think analytically like Eugene Shin does. So that also helps. So those three guys combine their minds together, put their heads together, pause, and they think of how to create this roster. Now, Cal Smith has drafted some of these guys that are going to be free agents that you might want to retain. So that's another reason why you want to pick up a guy like Cal Smith. Next, let's get to the coaching staff. I think it's going to be Ben Johnson's our head coach. I'm predicting that right now. It's my first mock off season, so I'm going with that. After that, offensive coordinator, do they keep the Vita? All right, so this is the thing. If the GM likes Sam Howell, so this is two different scenarios. I got to give you two. If the GM likes Sam Howell, they will elevate Tavia Pritchard to OC and keep him around. That's my thing. Because he's the quarterback's coach right now. He's the quarterback whisperer for Sam Howell. Or they retain Eric Bieniemy. And there's the quarterback whisperer. Them two are quarterback whispers for Howell. And they help Howell develop while Ben Johnson's calling the plays. If they don't like Howell, Ben Johnson will not hire an OC. He'll just run the operations. Right? Or he might hire OC he knows from Detroit. He might hire the Detroit's quarterback's coach, something like that, and kind of let him, not run the offense by himself, but he'll assist him whenever he can. But Ben Johnson will call the plays on Sundays. The physical coordinator, I feel, will be Al Harris, current secondaries coach for the Dallas Cowboys. I feel we're going to take a lot of guys from our division because our guys in our division are doing the correct things. And we're not. So I'm going to take a page out of their books, get some of their guys, and hopefully that'll help us start to win some games. So that's kind of the coordinators. I'm not going to do position coaches because that's completely up to the head coach. I'm going to just give you guys the coordinators. So Al Harris, if they believe in Howell, they're going to go to Vita Pritchard. If not, they'll hire the Detroit quarterbacks coach or something. Or they might just do that and still believe in Howell. I don't know. But I would feel they probably hired his head coach from Detroit to come over and be the OC. That would be kind of what I'm thinking. So let's talk free agency. Right? I think guys are not going to be on this roster next year. Notable names. I'm not going to give the whole guys that are barely here on very minimum contracts. The guys that have notable names that actually have some notoriety attached to them. Logan Thomas is gone. I believe that wholeheartedly. He will not be here next year. He's 33 years old. He has injury history. On top of that, he will be a $8 million cap hit, and you save like $7 million by cutting him. He's out of here. Also, the cap is projected to be at $240 million. So the Washington Commanders will probably have $100 million in cap space before you move Terry McLaurin, before you decide to trade Jonathan Allen, before you do this mass exodus. If you do that, before you do anything, you'll have $100 million in cap space. So now that gives you extra flexibility. So, all right, we can build this team around. We can build this team better. We can bring better players in here and keep the players that actually are solid players. So, my predictions when it comes to guys that won't be here next year, I don't think Logan Thomas will be here. I don't think Charles Leonard will be here. Andrew Wiley will be here. You only save $1.5 million by cutting him. I think he moves to guard. I do think also that Cam Curl will not be here. That price tag was a little too high for the Washington Commanders' blood. I also think they would not exercise Jamin Davis's fifth-year option, put him on a contract year, and put him on a prove year. The only way Cam Curl gets retained here, in my opinion, is if the contract is below $11 million per season. If it's that, yeah, I think they'll retain him. But if Cam Curl's getting offers for $15, $16 million, I don't think the new front office is going to pay that. For a guy they don't sorry. my gosh. Still feel a little underwhelmed. But nonetheless, get back to the point I have. Now, the ownership says, hey, we like this guy. He's a really good football player. We prefer if you guys retain him. If you don't, we understand. But I think they retain him. I think ownership's going to have a little bit more say than people think. I think they're going to kind of, get some hints. We kind of want to keep this guy around. Kind of like this guy. But we're going to let you do what you want. But we said we like these guys. They'll get their preferences and things of that nature. But they will let the GM do what they need to do. Cam Curl might be here. But I'm going to predict that he won't be here. Kendall Fuller, 28 years of age, does not fit a timeline. They're going to blow it up. Matter of fact, I'm going to go on a limb. Cam Curl will be here next year. Actually, I'm not trying to think about it. Cameron Curl will be here next year. But not on a contract that you think he's going to get. Kendall Fuller will not be here because of his age. I think trying to go a little younger at the cornerback position. Curtis Samuel will be here. So those are the three free agents that we're going to resign. Those three. Curtis Samuel, Cameron Curl, Kendall Fuller is a maybe. I'm going to roll with those two, though, for sure. Cam Curl and Curtis Samuel will be here. Kendall Fuller leaning toward no. But we'll see. But yeah, Charles Leno, Logan Thomas, those guys are not going to be here. That's about it. That's probably two notable names, and they'll probably go ahead and release. I predict that John Allen does ask for a trade and get moved. And I predict we get a second-round pick for said Jonathan Allen. Terry McLaurin will not ask for a trade, and he will be here next year to see if this new guy can put it all together. I believe he wants to be in Washington. He just tired of the coaching staff. So Terry McLaurin will probably be here next year, at least until the trade deadline, I believe. So that's kind of that. Free agents, I think we're going to notably sign. I think we're going to notably sign a guy like Jalen Johnson. I think that's a guy we're going to target and upgrade the position over Kendall Fuller. I'm going to say 4 years, $64 million. Jonathan Gennard is another guy I think we will sign for the edge rushing position. I think he'll get 4 years, $44 million, so 11 per season. Shout out to Louis T for that one. I didn't think about Jonathan Gennard. Then I think we double down on the edge rushing position and pay Brian Burns a bag, a big bag. 5 years, $120 million $130 million for one Brian Burns. So that's like 20, 30, 150, 25 per, something like that, 26 per. It's a crap ton of money. That's all I'll tell you. It's a crap ton of money. It's a crap ton of money. It's a lot of money. And then I think we signed some other small guys. Maybe like a Mike Gesicki on a 1-year deal. Something like that. Might sign another guard. Possibly as well. Maybe a backup guard, swing guard, something like that. A guy like Chris Paul will probably be here next year. Ty Lawson probably won't be here next year, so we probably need another center. So I think we'll draft the center early in the draft. So yeah. Let's go ahead and do the draft now. So at that point, you'll probably have like around, after you pay all those guys, you'll probably have about around $55 million in cap space, maybe 52, something like that. So you still keep a lot of your cap flexibility. So yeah, now we're gonna go ahead and I'm going to do 3 rounds. So you're going to do 3 rounds on here. That kind of sucks. Whatever. Yeah, so we're gonna do 3 rounds. Can I do trades? Trash. So we're gonna just go ahead and do the 3-round mock draft here, and we'll end the video. So I know a lot of people want Marvin Harrison Jr. Understandably so. I'm going to go OFFSEASON1.0 from Penn State here. What the? I can only do one pick? What in the? That's so trash. Get out of here. That's so trash. Now I gotta find him a mock draft simulator. That's trash. That's trash. That's so trash. So I gotta use the bullcrap one. I don't like the Pro Football Network one. I don't like this one, but it lets you do free 7-round drafts. So whatever. Let's go ahead and do this one then. Yes, yep. I want a full 7-round draft, and I want to do it right. So also don't forget that we will get a 20. I think we're gonna get a 2024 second-round pick for Jonathan Allen if he has to get moved. But yeah, let's just go ahead and draft here, and we're gonna start here. Caleb Williams, Drake May, Marvin Harrison Jr. Now, this is an interesting trade offer. Going to 19 is a little too low for my liking. Going to 9, I think, is fine. What the? Olu's gone. That hurts. That hurts. That hurts. It hurts a little bit. It hurts a little bit. But now we're at 9. I think we're going to take Brock Bowers. I'm taking an elite prospect here. Jane Daniels is way too low on these lists, by the way. Chop is gone. Yep, Chop is gone. Chop. Yo, Chop on the beat. Brian Thomas Jr. is a first-round pick on here? That's crazy. MFers. I can't stand you MFers. I'll reject both of these. I got enough draft picks now. Let's go ahead. I think I got 3 second-round picks. I got the tight end now. I know I need a tackle. So let's see here. Might be a little early for Patrick Paul. I'm going to take best player available. We can use a corner. So I'm going to take Kalen King from Penn State. Oh, you're not attacking the trenches. We're not attacking the trenches. We're not attacking the trenches. Attack the trenches. Attack the trenches. I get it, man. I need to chill, bro. Y'all trying to murder me over here and crap. I'm surprised that they don't have Michael Penix getting taken earlier than that. I'll reject these. I think I'm good by that now. Now, I would say we do not believe in Sam. I like Lab McConkley from Georgia. If we don't retain Curtis Samuel, which is definitely a possibility, he's a really good slot receiver. I like him a lot. Is he going to get taken this early? Emeka Ibuka, he's also like a slot guy. So if we don't retain Curtis Samuel, these are 2 perfect picks right here. But I do want to address the offensive line, and I want to address it now. But I feel like it's so early to do so. But I think he's going to be taken much earlier than the 64th player here. So I'm going to go Patrick Paul. I think we still have a 3rd, 2nd-round pick because we moved down. So that's crazy. It's crazy to say. It's insane. I think we're going to go ahead and make this move, I guess. No. So hard. I got to reject these. I got a guy I want to take right here. Cedric Van Pran. Right here. So we addressed it with Patrick Paul playing left tackle. Right? Cedric Van Pran playing center. You can even try a guy like I like Xavier Wolver a lot too. Jatavion Sanders. We got Brock Bowers. I think that's a good look, man. Getting a guy like Brock Bowers is a really good look. I like the fact that we were able to pick him up. I think I'm gonna go. What? I can't beat this. I gotta take Troy Franklin here. There's no way he's gonna be available this late. Troy Franklin's a dog, bro. Like if you traded Terry McLaurin and you tell me, bro, that I have a receiving core of Curtis Samuel, Jahan Dotson, and Troy Franklin, I could roll with that, bro. I could roll. I don't love it. I actually don't even like it. But I could roll with it. I could subscribe to it. Barely. I could subscribe to it. Bucky Irv. I think he's the speeder. He's a speed guy, right? Yeah, he's a speedster. I like him. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Oh my gosh. Woo! Sorry, y'all. Tommy Eckenberg sounds perfect here from Ohio State. That's the perfect value right there. I think he's gonna be a top 100 pick right at 100. That sounds perfect. I could take it back later, but I like that kid. Blake Corum was right here. Could have waited. Could definitely did. Let's see, he's 6'5", 321. Okay, so I know him. These are the best available players. We need a couple corners. I think we're gonna get one in free agency too. But if you picked up Jalen Johnson, and you might retain Kendall Fuller, there's no need for a corner. Excuse me. Jackson Powers Johnson, I like to move. This is kind of people that offense line a little bit more. I think it's a solid draft, if you want to be honest here. I think this is a really good draft so far, if you really start to think about it. Because for one, do I really need these picks? Is there anyone I want here? I'm not gonna lie to you. For Antonio Gibson being out of here, I like Donovan Edwards too. I'll draft 2 running backs in the draft because I don't think necessarily they're gonna believe in Chris Rodriguez like the previous regime did. So they might just revamp that whole running back room with 2 rookies. There's a lot of speed in that room now. It's a lot of speed in that room now. It's a lot of speed on offense. Because if you keep Terry, he runs a 4.3. I think Troy Franklin probably runs like a 4.35. I think De'Ami Brown's a guy they're gonna move on from. J. Marco Chavant is a guy I've heard a lot of good things about. I'm gonna take him here actually. Dino Johnson from Penn State's what I do like too, but I don't love him. I like him, but I don't love him. He's off the board anyway now. That's fine. But yeah, this is gonna be interesting because I moved down. I got Brock Bowers. I didn't draft a quarterback in this draft, which backup quarterback is another need I didn't talk about. I think a guy like Andy Dalton would probably be here. Maybe a guy that's familiar with Ben Johnson. I don't know who that would be, but they'll probably bring a guy like that in here. If it's Sam Howell, the starting quarterback, which I think is going to probably be more than likely, that guy can get Sam up to speed with the offense. I'm taking Ben Bywater from BYU here. We need a couple of linebackers. Some linebackers I like in free agency. There's a couple of them I like. But hopefully My fault. Screw that right now. So I think we did some good things. Brock Bowers, I think he's a generational talent at tight end. Kalen King, I like him a lot at Penn State. I love his ball skills. I think he's physical as well. So I like him a lot. I'm definitely a big fan. Patrick Paul, I think this is a perfect value right here for Patrick Paul. Early second round. You had an extra second round pick in the trade that you made with. I forgot who's picking at 9. I believe that was. Dang, who was that? Who traded? I think that was the Giants. I don't know. Might be the Chargers. But there we took Cedric Van Pran out of Georgia. So we kind of beefed up the offensive line already with these 2 picks. And I think they're going to get another guard in free agency. And they're going to move what's-his-face to guard. So, you're going to revamp the entire offensive line. They're going to cut Leno. I think you'll start Patrick Paul right away. So, Patrick Paul, Andrew Wiley, Cedric Van Pran, Sam Cosmi. I think they can keep a guy like Cornelius Lucas. I think that'll be the new 5 next year for the offensive line. I think that's a solid 5. Next you go Bucky Irvin out of Oregon. Speedster. Speed! Unadulterated. Speed! So, I love this pick. He's going to be a dog. Tommy Hackenberg for Ohio State. Needs some linebackers in the worst way. Jackson Power Johnson could be another guy that could play guard or center. So, I like that one as well. And then Donovan Edwards, another speedster at running back, and then Brian Brightwater from BYU as another linebacker. So that is my mock off season. What is your thoughts on this? I'm gonna do these once a month, so you're gonna get one in January as well. We'll get one in February. I'm sorry. So I'm starting this in January. Yeah. I believe so. Yeah. So whenever the next month is, if it's uploaded in December, you'll get it in January. You'll get the next one in January. If it's uploaded in January, you'll get the next one in February. But I think this will be uploaded Christmas Day. So Merry Christmas to all of you. Happy holidays to all of you. And Happy New Year to all of you if you're watching this after the new year. So I hope 2024 has plenty of blessings for you and plenty of dreams that you want to achieve. But more importantly, hope you guys stay blessed. Hope many blessings come your way. Many things spiritually, first of all, most mentally and physically, go well for you in 2024. Hope everyone gets closer to God. Hope everybody gets closer to Jesus. And I hope everybody just have a wonderful 2024. I hope I have a good 2024. So you guys, let's start this new year off on the right foot. If you're watching this after the new year, and I hope you're ending 2023 on a good note. That's gonna do it for good. That's gonna do it for today's video. A long one, but this is my first mock off season. Pro Tech Sports first mock off season, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it. What are your thoughts on Ben Johnson and maybe keeping Eric Bieniemy around, which I doubt they do. Also, what are your thoughts on the front office with Cal Smith and Alex Hallaby? How do you feel about that? Also, how do you feel about Brock Bowers? Comment all your thoughts down below. What are your thoughts on the offensive line picks I picked up? Do you like those? Did you research on them yet? All that type of stuff, man. But that's going to do it. Have a great one. Comment your thoughts. Be easy, be safe. Till next